Welcome to Poppy's Poetry Corner. We finally made it to the time where rhythm and blues meets poetry and rhyme. Yep, we on the corner where it's safe to fire up your marijuana. But this room about to get hot as the summer, so you might need something chill like a glass of wine. Water does me just fine. Whatever relaxes your mind and help you recline after what might have been a hump day at work. Put yourself first. Where here nothing has to be rehearsed. Let me put it in reverse. The corner we back to is brought to you by Faith and Hustle. So it's some big hitters in this room, and it's okay to flex your muscle. Because we locked and loaded and heavily potent. Nothing corroded about our brain waves. Going back in the days where you could simply walk to the corner to find your muse. Or peep out the latest groove. We about to let the energy fill the room so it might get a little wet. Or fill you up till you get so high. Because around here, we get praise when your stuff is fire. So let us begin. Welcome to the corner, my friends.
Bell Hooks said that we have become a society conditioned to lie. Now, I don't know what's worse. Somebody thinking I was a liar when I was telling the truth, or the truth being so scary it makes niggas wish I was lying. Like, what if you found out the one time I told you the truth was when I said I was a liar? Like, if you found out that every time I told you I was toxic and you laughed, I watched my poison dance deeper into your bloodstream now. I wonder what we can call this type of interaction. Maybe it's like improv. And I know that the first rule of improv is to never negate, to always yes and yes, I follow the rules. Like when he said he couldn't fuck with me anymore because I was too mentally unstable. And I laughed at him like, nigga, yes, and I thought that's how we ended up here in the first place. Like, let's be fair. We both know you could always see yourself inside of me. But I can understand the denial. I've learned how to OD on my own duplicity. I've let niggas hold me like a failed psych evaluation. I've loved like a suicide note earnestly, but inconsequential to the actual plot. And now, every time my face gets covered in consent, my body betrays me and my back arches to remind me that I've been spineless before. So what's one more time? Have you ever given up everything so effortlessly that when they started to take you, almost forgot it wasn't your idea? Have you ever had somebody find home in the very body you tried every day to climb out of? Have you ever seen a dead body? No? The fuck you think I am? If not a walking graveyard. By the way you dug me out, I convinced myself that this was an expedition, that you were searching for the other side of forever with me. I didn't realize that this was an excavation, that I had become a sarcophagus, but I should have noticed how you had me wrapped up in those bed sheets. I saw the beauty in what I thought we were building, and then it hit me that the pyramids were always supposed to be tombs. See, I've made sacrilegious men feel so holy, they can't seem to hide their God complex in conversations anymore. And I can't tell if it's my blasphemous nature or my sanctimony that compels me to tell you that I've been doing the work of the Lord for a minute now, that this poem, it's definitely about you, but like 6 years ago, that I know we never had to flesh it out for me to know that the concept here was trash. And here you thought that this was just another display of my self-degradation, but baby, I've learned how to edit so good. I just rewrote you into an exercise of my own hubris, because as the story goes, if I take on man's sins, die a death that we can all pretend is beautiful, does that not make me more like Christ? Like if a poet dies at the hands of the poem she wrote, would that not be considered death by 1,000 paper cuts when the community embraces her like a crime scene? What message do we write on the yellow tape? Are we showing her where we've been burying the bodies, or teaching her how to hide the scars in a metaphor? Tell her that this shit is easy work if your ass already been a punchline. And look on the bright side, now your skeleton's got something to snap at. And are we not all looking to be entertained? I mean, wasn't the whole plot of Pinocchio that if you believe the lie long enough, that you can even make the dead tree breathe new life? Oh.
I should have learned. I should have learned from Jack and Jill when going up that hill, shit gets steep. When you're trying to reach your peep, little Bo Peep, you might fall off your feet, sort of like Humpty. See, he had to climb that wall in order to fall, and might he had a got back up and helped at all, teamwork. So they left him to pieces, or was he left to self? Because even the tiniest spider picked himself back up after he was washed out that spout, and told you that after the rain, the sun eventually comes out. See, it's a crazy philosophy, but it has me moving with a different philosophy. Breaking down my childhood so I'm not moving awkwardly, trying to regain my luminosity. So when I think of queendom, I'm not thinking village. I'm thinking queen with dumb privilege. See, I keep my circle small because I really don't like kissing other jiggers. So between her lips and mine, the rap get back quicker because as a child, I didn't think simple because I learned from Jill. Yo, you shouldn't really follow a nigga. In other words, don't be Jill because both of they dumb asses came tumbling down the hill in the end. That's just for family warfare. See, Humpty, he was dumb even back then. And from Mary, I learned to make it white as snow. So no matter where I went, a lamb would for surely show. So this wolf would always eat. See, thank God I grew from the mentality of the street. See, although I'm concrete, I realized that how I thought then and how I think now only helped me survive. So, man, I'm just thankful to be fucking alive. And that's my piece, y'all.
I be cumulus mammatus condensation nuclei. Third eye gave me rhythm for climate control. See, now I'm a whole algorithm in the soul of the universe. I curse no worse in reverse, pulling out loose change from my purse, spilling coins for a new verse, moonwalking in converse. Meanwhile, been wild, seen wild, and not seen out in my thoughts. You bought what I wrought when iron sharpens iron, pressing straight lines crooked, translucent, confluently hooking up words to make them run right. Seeing and hearing is vital to the left side of the polarity of my brain. My top blows when my pen whistles woo, like a train. When it refrains from going insane. 8-ball pocket, straight jacket, banging on window panes. Swallowing volumes down, volume loud, screaming out my name. Supersonic bound, breaking barrier sounds. Searching for the exit sign of my 9 to 5 before I lose the last remnant of my mind. We are sisters and brothers known as circus clowns, white powdered makeup, arched drawn eyebrows, pooched red lips from kissing corporate America asses, big feet shoes for laughers, fingerprints stained with ink, thumbing notepads with words of wisdoms up and down, pendulum swinging merry-go-round, throwing our syllables to the ground, watering words, sprouting trees, cutting each branch of family limb by limb, autonomy of antonyms, homonyms, synonyms, of them singing biblical hymns of the God in me. I write my shit down because I am poetry. That's it, babies.
You could tell by the concert in my walk. My steps play the tune of a lost woman. A woman looking for her song to sing to, so I sit Indian style on the porch humming this tune that you can feel too. And then my hips start to move to the rhythm that they choose. Then one day I realized I am the blues. My favorite song on repeat, a soundtrack for love and release. I am the blues. How beautiful it is to be destroyed and made anew. See, I am the blues. It's like I grab colors in the air so I can make art out of. I grab a pad and pen and from my heart I pour out of. I be the art. I be the ink. I be calligraphy turned to poem. I be the breeze. A low hum in your ear I sing. It's like no matter what I go through, I can make it beautiful and turn it into the blues. Poem.
All poetry aside, this ain't another piece about the pieces of me I lost to love. More like a mantra to the men whose peace I disturbed. This is an ode to all the masculinity I've mangled. That I made mockery and metaphor of all the love I lied my way into till there was no honest way out. This is for the arms I shape-shifted to fit in. To the men I tried to change into someone else instead of just being with someone else. I'm sorry for the time I wasted. How dishonest I was with my decisions. The way I made love a mountain you couldn't reach the top of while I knew my heart wasn't in the hike. I still watched you struggle to reach me. And I didn't even communicate. I hate I never gave you the closure you deserve, so all poetry aside. Because I'm tired of writing you into the villain. Sick of sorting your imperfections into paragraphs. This ain't another essay about all of your errors. I won't cite the sources of your mistakes. I've done enough picking you apart. And I regret how that slowly broke you down. I admit I was hurtful too. That I pretended to be perfect to protect my own conscience and focused on your flaws. Put your manhood underneath a microscope while I wouldn't even look in my own mirror. The truth is, I lied. I kept secrets and never called them sin, disguised them by making you feel like you deserved it. I know you were broken too. And I still blamed you when you couldn't stop us both from bleeding. Even when I knew you were barely hanging on, I asked you to hold me tighter. Peace.
If my poetry had a scent, it would smell like a cigar. Blow and inhale me slowly, making sure you taste every note. With every poke or V-cut, the smoke flows different, but with the same effect. So I smoke like it's my first time, carefully selecting that which is delectable. I think that Betty was her name, genuine enough to satisfy all my sugar cravings because she was sweet with the fat bottom, paired with my favorite drink. If my poetry had a scent, it would smell like coffee, black and bold with the aroma of similes and double entendres, because whether I'm in this house listening to Maxwell, it's the best part of waking up. Carefully curating quotes to keep you caffeinated, because whether hot or cold, these anecdotes mixed with French vanilla and tobacco make this poetry expensive. So if my poetry had a scent, it would smell like Tom Ford, because what I can't afford is the foolery from a lukewarm cup. So I turned barista, expressing these erotic espressos, because ain't nothing ordinary about this chocolate caramel macchiato grande, masterfully mixing these metaphors like matcha, you know, that green shit. But if my poetry had a scent, it would smell like that other green shit. Ganja that have me high enough to wonder if Stevie Wonder could read the very superstitious writings on the wall. Perhaps he could have saved our 13-month-old melanated babies from 7 years of bad luck. So instead of shattering the image that they see, they shatter ceilings. Because where I'm from, rockets sound more like AK-47s, but this ain't no Francis Scott Key poem. So if my poetry had a scent, it would smell like a piano full of black and white keys coming together on one accord to lift every voice until my oppression sounds more like an opera, sorrow like saxophones, and my prayers like this piano. Wouldn't it all be grand? That's poem.
See, as a kid, my mother asked me, Trey, how will you remain humble? And as a kid, I wondered. I didn't yet understand what it was I possessed, this cockiness and arrogance I needed stripped from my skin. Feel like that was just holding me back from who I really am. So I thought about it. Years later, I would understand. When I laid in the bed with a woman that already had a man, and our child's blood stains the sheets, we account for David's sins. Or the time I called it wreck, the windshield inches from my skull, Damascus rose so cold. I needed Ananias for my soul. So as a kid, my mother asked me, Trey, what is humility? And my 4-foot frame couldn't wrap my mind around a word so complex. So I told him, I don't know. Years later, I would find out when I was too grown to be my own man inside the house. So every night through the window, I'd climb out. Now me, a homeless man, driving by once again, wishing I could get back in. My reflection in the window, a familiar face that I once knew. Now, my son, can you see the sins you've committed? Can you see what humbleness really is? I was on the phone with a friend, and she asked me, what does that word mean? Humility. I try my best to explain. She still doesn't understand. I pray she doesn't have to find out like I once did. Boom.
Ooh, that's my type of speed round, man. I love when they come through the corner and fire everybody ass up. Foul, foul, foul. It's a drive-by, bitch.
Yeah, boy, y'all seen that little tray up there a little bit too long. I was all in the comments. Hold on. Y'all already know, man, a new week, new show brought to you by the dopest Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs, all natural teas, scrubs, balms. I'm talking about get your glow up on, baby. Welcome to Poppy's Poetry Corner. This week, we present Boots on the Ground. If you missed last night, then you missed the start of the Poetic party, man. Black Rose was on Pentelectual Conversations. So make sure y'all tap in right there. Yes, it's definitely on the YT, Pentelectual Conversations. Put it in. Make sure that y'all go ahead and get there. The rewind this week was Her Story True. And the spotlight we just watched was the one and only Jada Ingram. And man, she went in money. I did that last week, didn't I? She went in though, man. Y'all heard it, man. It was voted by the best group on Facebook, P.P.C MVP. If this your first time in the room, hey y'all, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so you know when we lit. And if you here every week, man, y'all know y'all is what make P.P.C lit. So let's do it, man. Oh, and everybody, this is their first time coming on. Everybody. So P.P.C, do me a favor. Flood them freaking comments tonight. Show them some love. Show them how we rock on the first time they come to the corner, y'all. But with that being said, let's get this up, Shim. I'm not going to forget about you. Hold up. I was. Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, y'all know we up like the sun. Season 3. What you thought? You thought we weren't coming with great poets and books? No. Hold up. They got it all. Let's go.
He knows so shameless hosting.
Be on the corner too.
So you know that shit is tight. That corner's a bad.
Woo, she is a bad mother sucker. Y'all should already know who I'm about to bring up. Man, she's an award-winning author, 4-time slam champ, activist, herbalist, and the founder of an LLC and 501c3. She even had her own damn day in Texas, baby. And y'all, tonight, she about to come tear the corner down. So if y'all don't know who it is, this my mama from the clubhouse. You know the cafeteria where we go eat at. It's Mama Stephonia, better known to y'all as Queen. Yes, let's go. Hey.
Yay, baby.
Give me all the kisses. You know I love it. So how you feeling tonight?
I feel pretty good. I love it. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in this space.
You looking pretty good over there, so you better be feeling good. Let's get it in.
Yes.
So I got a couple questions.
Baby.
The first one is going to be, where can your books be found? Because you got a good bit of them, baby.
Most of my books can be found on Amazon. And also, if you're here locally in the DFW area, they have Doc Bookstore. They also have a supply of my books as well.
All right, so y'all heard it, Amazon and Doc's Bookstore. You know me, I say harass her. Get in the box, tell her you want it personally from her so you can get it signed. You know what I'm saying? She can't hide from us, y'all. We're going to cut the middleman off, but right now, make sure you hit her up on Amazon or tap in locally if y'all are in Texas, because they piped up. With so many roles, what keeps poetry at your core?
Ooh, poetry is at my core every time that I walk out into my beautiful garden. There's poetry around me everywhere that I see, whether it's from the butterflies that are flying or the bees that are buzzing or the breeze that is gently going through the wind, through the trees. Poetry is there. It's up under my feet. It's a part of the soil. It's part of me. So I get the chance to sit down when I'm not busy and just write a sentence, and that sustains me for the day.
Oh, come on, you better talk about it. So what legacy do you want your poetry to leave?
For as my legacy that I want my poetry to leave, especially for my children, I want them to know that I am a part of history. I'm a part of their history. My poetry is a part of who I am, and it's a part of the DNA, spiritual DNA that I leave behind. And that's what's important for me on this particular plane right now, that the music of the universe is through the spoken and written word.
I love that. And yes, she is Libra, fine as wine. I'm telling you, let me get out of here before I big on too much. So what's the first piece you giving us tonight?
This one is dedicated to the men. It's called Skin in Black.
Ooh, Skin in Black. Y'all know we love our kings around here, so anytime we can rep for them, stand up. Let's go.
Skin in black, shining bright, dark as Muslim light. See, he be black boy. He be black boy, smile worth more gold than the ivory coast. Body taunt, sewn together from the threads of ancestors who blood stained and soaked the land. He be black boy with cause rise up, meeting the morning rays of the sun, forming black holes crowning his glorious mane. The sun throws no shade on the true king. He be glorious in his birthright. He be black boy, eyes brown as the earth star looks down, meeting his gaze. Resurrection be him, for he be the light of the light with many crosses to bear. He be black as night, skies twinkling stars for his eyes. Nebulas are in his seed, galaxies formed as he drew breath. Universe recognized as the creator of thee. King is his creed. He be black king in so many ways. He be black as midnight. Moon worship his melon casting shadows as the tide washes ashore. Sun bronzed at high noon. He be the torment of all monsoons, raining down his typhoon of melanin popping, dropping molecular and cellular beginnings from the mitochondria DNA. He be that black boy, shining bright, as dark as night. He be blessings when he opened the palms of his hand. He be Ethiopian and Egyptian cotton you made us harvest from the land. Skin glistening like morning dew, as black boy lips sweeter than molasses. Hands hard as rock, knuckles like door knocks from the beatdowns of lifting himself up from the ground. He be black boy. He be black boy shining from the sheen while white folks green with envy. And I be that black girl, eyes red till they beat my boy black and blue while backing the blue. And you be that Django and Uncle Tom because white jeans make you dumb while they sprinkle his ashes like the color of the rainbow. Lord knows they ain't through. Mothers line up like corn in fields, knowing one day black sons be killed, hunted down like Emmett Till, bullets raining like shelling peas, and all black America sees is more of us dead on these streets. And crosses atop steeples while closed hands in prayers. Nothing happens for our children until it's one of theirs. My son, he be the sun rays shining on moonbeams, drinking mother's tears, adding sour and spoiled milk to black mama's fears. Like the best thing to waking up is believing your baby boy is going to grow the fuck up. See, my son be black, birthed deep within the bowels of Mother Earth, laboring from her broken waters, flowing like rivers, carving the land in her own image. So when he rises from his knees, he will see himself. My son be black, blocking light, solely eclipses the joy of his birth because melanin is the aphrodisiac to those who are high on themselves. He be black boy stretching arms wide so blackness can be seen and not hidden. That's why they handcuff him behind his back. He be black boy, father to all, but it's those who deprogram their thoughts, baptizing away remnants of their own existence. They be mediocre, using the black man to cleanse their souls. For they be like the last chapter in their own book, because he be the revelation with no quarrels and misinterpretations. He be black lamentations. He be birthing nations. He be Deuteronomy. He be dichotomy. And unfortunately, he be the economy. But he will always be shining bright, black boy dark as Muslim night. He be my black boy, and we gonna fight. Poem.
Now that right there was written with love, y'all. Let's go.
Woo! you better talk about it because he be, and I love that piece, man. Coming straight from Dallas, she's a poet, a musician on percussion and saxophone, and the co-host of Now That's Heavy podcast. So in other words, she's also the hostess with the mostest, just like me. So you know we finna come up here so she can talk her shit. She blends art with love, wellness, and truth. It's one, the only. Baby, when the sun come out, first you got to get to the Dawn. So let's do it. Let's go, Dawn. Hey, girl.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, come on. You know, when you come on P.P.C, we got to shine.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, so let's talk about this podcast first, because I love when we get other hostess with the mostest like myself in here. So tell us where we can find it. Well, you know how we tap in, because I might be there next week.
For sure. No, that's on Now That's Heavy podcast on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, check that out. You know what I'm saying?
So tell us tonight, because I'm on all of that. I'm on TikTok. I'm on the Tube. I don't know about Insta. You might not instantly get me there. But on the other places, then you might be in there. So with that being said, where? Tell us what date, what time.
We just wrapped season 1, so actually you're just gonna catch the playbacks basically right now. So wrap season 1. The next season will be to be continued, kind of thing.
Hey, congratulations on a full season wrap up. That means she on a break right now. That's probably how we got her, y'all, because she's on a break. So just make sure that you tap it in right now. Now That's Heavy podcast. Tap in on YouTube, IG, and TikTok. For everybody who don't know, you know that's TikTok. Come on with it. So let's get to these questions. How does music inspire and shape your poetry?
I feel like music is in everything for me, and that's like one of my first loves. Poetry was my first one, but music is right there with it. So I feel like it gives you a full round experience. So when I blended music with it, I think it opened their ears a little bit differently, opened their souls to listen to what I was trying to say. Brings you present, makes you kind of like stay still in the moment. And then just have an outpour of emotions. So music kind of does that with the poetry. It's already doing it with my words, but the music is going to take you to the next level.
That part, you add the two and you got it. Cam, yes. What up, big friend? I see you. You know, I love when you in the house, baby. Let's go. So what's one heavy life topic poetry has helped you express?
Okay, so for me, poetry has taught me how to be me. And when I say that, I'm saying that just being authentic, being okay with my mistakes, being okay with my journey, being okay with not always winning. Sometimes you got to take an L. It taught me to...
What L you taking? The only L we take around here is a lesson learned.
It's a lesson.
Never take a loss. Hold on.
Exactly. It's never really a loss. It's always pretty much it's teaching you something about yourself. And you learn more through your adversity, and that's poetry. You see what I'm saying? That's turning something crazy into something beautiful. And that's what I feel like also my pursuit of love has been my pursuit of poetry. So it's been the same mix, you see what I'm saying? So, and it's forever. It's never going to end. So that's what poetry taught me, that I'm always evolving and I'll never stop.
I love that. She turned her mess into a message, y'all. Y'all know I say that all the time. With that being said, what's the first piece you giving us tonight?
It's called Dead Things.
Ooh, Dead Things. But I know what's alive in my heart right now, y'all. Guess what? Thank you, T, for tapping in. Thank you, everybody that I just missed in them comments. D, what it do? And I'm out.
Most days I feel everything, but tonight I feel nothing. Numb to the pain. Because if I didn't have disdain, I wouldn't know love at all. The more I see you, the more I fall. See, I fell in love with a vampire. He needs me to breathe, and we became both beauty and beast, as he purposely made me bleed out the parts of me that he'd need to lead out his life. And I gave it away just to say, see, I was going to die anyway. As he was feeding from my flesh frantically like fruit, and he said it was sweet. What a wonderful way to die to me. The more I see you, the more I fall. Funny, because I established rules and you broke them all. I took the time to build up a sanctuary and you tore down my walls. Breaking my walls is your specialty. The more you dig into me, the more I surrender passionately. You found your way in again. Now it's more than sin. I've been dancing with the devil and I used to say I'd never let him win. But see, my problem is I opened the door and I let you in. And now I smell a familiar scent that I used to call home. And it's haunting me. To let you kiss me and touch me, your fingerprints are criminal. Leaving your mark on this dead scene, we are now dead things. Trying to pretend that we're living. Trying to pretend that we got breath in our lungs when we're suffocating. And now we're dancing to the tune of broken souls. And it feels good for now, but I check my heart, there's a hole. The size of you. My skin turned blue, I'm lifeless. And it's all because of you. Because I'm in a place where the pain don't hurt. The tears don't fall. My heart, it barely pounds. It hardly makes a sound at all. I'm lifeless. It's sad I gotta tell the story like this because I fell in love with a vampire. He needs me to live and I would rather die than to be without him. What more can I give than my soul? I gave it away, I know, the tale of a fool. And only fools fall in love, so I gotta plan my next move because he'll be back in a minute. I can always time him with precision, forcing me in submission, falling victim to kissing and touching. See, I gotta break away and just listen to what's left of my spirit before he takes me and I go missing, forever trapped in a prison, but at least I'll be with him. Poem.
That was so heartfelt. I felt it beating out my chest. Oh.
Shit, you heard her. She said only fools fall in love, Shim. And I think we all been a fool for love because we all done been there. So that one resonated with me. I did feel it beating out my chest. Like, come on, boy, don't do me like that. So y'all know we're going to keep this show right on rolling, man. Trey, it's on you, man. He's a poet, a speaker, and host of Who Opens for Brandon Leaks and more, y'all. He runs open mics in Fort Worthy, inspiring people to chase their dreams. And tonight, I don't even have to chase him down too much, y'all. Tonight, he came in the house and he ready. So y'all make sure y'all give it up for this king right here, Trey Leaks. Let's go. Yo, king.
Hey, what's up?
Man, everything up like the sun in this thing tonight. I'm talking about teeth gleaming, hair looking mangy. I got some hair oil. Don't worry, I'm gonna get at you, but I got some hair oil you definitely need to check out around this thing, man. For real. But with that being said, you're the hostess with the mostest. Tell the people how to tap into your show and when does it come? You live, right?
Hey, yeah, so like she said, my name is Trelius. Occasionally, I'm one of the rotating hosts at the Dog Bookshop locally in Fort Worth, one of the oldest black-owned bookshops in Fort Worth. They have a open mic every Tuesday from 7:30 to whenever we get up out of there. So if you ever in the area, if you ever looking to tap in, try out some new material, meet other artists, like-minded artists, definitely come through. Come through. We're also I believe on YouTube, and you can catch us on Instagram as well.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's 3 different platforms. So it ain't no reason for the season. Y'all need to tap in. Even if you ain't in Texas, where they do it bigger, y'all. I found that out. I was just, never mind. But even if you ain't there, guess what? YT, Insta. Make sure that y'all support. We got to support each other, man. Just as artists itself, we have to support one another. What's a lesson you've carried from performing with legends? I mean, come on, you opened up for Brandon Leaks, and I'm pretty sure many more. Like, what is one lesson that you carried from, on with you?
I just try to be yourself. No matter who you're talking to, who you're interacting with. I mean, we all people. We all got a story, and I feel like as artists, your life, your art reflects your life, and so when you're able to tell your story through that art medium, then that's when people can get a real sense of who you are, what
Who
you
you
stand
are.
for, and just that's when it impacts and speaks to people the most.
I love that. I love that. So what do you hope someone, other than what you just said, because they definitely need to take that way, just being your authentic self, what do you hope someone takes home after hearing you tonight?
I just try to keep God, keep faith, keep a sense of peace in my messages, whether it's lighthearted, whether it's heavy. I just try to remind people that there's always a glimmer of hope. God is always around the corner. He sees further than you do. And I know your situation may seem immediate, may seem tough, but you're not the only one that's been there. And when you lean on those people around you that love you and care about you, then you can see that like your trials and tribulations, your storm is something that you can handle.
Ooh, that part, I love that answer. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know might not be there when you want them, but she gonna be there right on time. But anyway, we ain't having church, even though we have church every Wednesday, but we ain't getting too deep into it. So what's the first piece you giving us tonight?
I'll give y'all Stuck on Red.
Ooh, Stuck on Red. Y'all, never mind. I'm gone.
See, as a kid, I was a bad little boy. Always embarrassed my mother and my father. By the amount of times my clip got moved from green to yellow and sometimes red. How many times my parents had to convince my teachers at a conference that I wasn't always talkative. I was just insightful, inquisitive. I was just inquiring about today's lesson plans, just to go home and train my tongue to have a more conscientious, be quiet and listen reflex. When I sat in the back of Miss Collins' class, in deep conversation with Ashley about how the title of her twin was labeled as sin, like I didn't know what the definition of sin is, of grace, of mercy, of dry bones that once lived here, of giving it a little time and trust God's lesson plans. Miss Collins told me, come here, confused. I asked, how did you hear? She said, your voice carries weight, and someone is always listening. I need you, my son, to pay attention. Pay attention to the lesson plans. Then maybe you can see how God gave you responsibility over everything he calls a whisper. How your voice carries enough weight to turn a classroom into a comedy show in a matter of 1, 2, 3 days. I meant seconds. My mistake. You see, these crowds are my fans reaching for my hymn. But how holy is my tongue? I told her I'm sorry. My sarcastic humor is all I brought from home that day. I'll get to working on it. You see, it took me back to recess when I paid the price for not paying attention, watching the other kids play, because I had removed the clip from my tongue, praying that there will be no casualties to suffer that day, because when I made it home, there will be hell to pay. Yeah, my mama don't play. If only I had paid attention. If only I had chosen more carefully. If only we had chosen more carefully. Like when the head of Dominion reached for leaves in a game of hide and seek after eating from that tree, if only he chose more carefully. Not on the choices of how to cloak his sin, but on the words he stood on as a man when cuddling with his rib with each rebuttal that she said. I wonder how many times it rung in his head the words of no man, knowledge of good and evil, life and death. Or had it just become white noise? Like a hiss from the serpent's lips. God's sentences, somehow subdued in the syllables, those same sentences, when chosen more carefully, they carry the weight of the silence. My Father speaks, a double-edged sword that pierces my skin and carves my nephews into men. Because the sooner you understand that you preach the gospel by the steps you take, not by the words you articulate, and sometimes the echoes of those steps come back to haunt you. That's the moment you realize that someone is always paying attention. Appreciate that.
Boy, you sure ain't right that, because that shit right there was facts.
No, it was. Y'all heard him run him down my own childhood. He was like from green to yellow to hell yeah, I had some of them days in school. And We all got to listen sometimes. Pay attention. Hush. With that being said, let me hush and run a damn commercial break. Hold on. Which one we running today? Let me see what I got here. Oh, yeah, let's do this one.
Oh yeah, we got the natural way to scrub and make your body feel good. Yo, and we got the men's line. You know I be tapping in. Teas for your body and for your soul. Ooh, we in there. And ladies, we got the flavors you savor. Let's go. All natural, everything. Tap, tap, tap in.
Well, y'all know I couldn't tell them that I had some oil for that hair and not play a commercial, man. So y'all already know we about to keep this show right on rolling, man. A poet from Jacksonville, Texas, proud mom and a member of Deadly Pens and Poets Now Loading. With 20 years of writing, she uses poetry to heal and reflect. Y'all, this ain't my first time hearing this queen right here. We definitely be in the cafeteria eating shit up. And with that being said, it's an honor to finally have her on the show tonight. So for me, I know her as KP. But for y'all better know her as Kiana Pearl. Yeah, what it do, boo?
What's up? How are you?
You know, anytime you ask me that, I'm up like the sun, even when it's nighttime, baby. We
I know that's
live.
right. I know that's right.
All right, so how has being a part of collective shaped your poetry?
Oh, um, having the encouragement from other people, from your peers, from people that you really respect their work and their art, and that you see yourself in, that can motivate and encourage you. I think that shapes it a lot. And it gives you the encouragement and the motivation that you need to keep going. So, yeah, it's really encouraging to have that for sure.
That part right there. Pyro, I see you, bro. Hey, so not many people, I usually like take it out of people bios, but I've learned that sometimes being a parent, it's apparent that that's important and it also helps shape your pen and different things like that. So how has your daughter inspired your words?
Oh, she inspires me to be my most genuine self because that's what I want for her, right? So it helps me be more genuine every day. And of course, that helps poetry because I think that's the most beautiful thing about poetry is the vulnerability and the rawness. So she definitely helps me with that for sure because I want her to be her most authentic self too, of course.
I love that. She might turn out to be an old poet too, but you ain't never lied about anything you just said just then. So with that being said, what is the first piece you're going to get into for us tonight?
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it Merry Christmas.
Uh-oh, that means it ain't really got no name. Is this your first time doing it?
No, it's not, but it's just been untitled. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, hold up, because we will run a P.P.C exclusive right here. Now, all right. So let's get out of here, man. Let's do it.
okay, let's do it. I wish I still believed in magic. Still found comfort in fairy tales and folklore, but imagination ages, withers and dies faster than our bodies, and mine is already sick. Coughing up my childhood like congestion, making mucus out of all my favorite memories, they feel like fever dreams. I've learned every ending ain't happy. Made too many cookies for a myth of a man, and my mama ain't here to eat 'em. To shield me from the fact that nobody's coming, this house don't smell like gingerbread, more like guilt and nicotine. And every night is Christmas Eve the way I'm too anxious to sleep. And most men don't come bearing gifts, just the presence of pain I never asked for, wrapping old wounds just for me to reopen. Every day is Christmas Day. Every night a silent night, but I'm not holy and all ain't calm. I don't believe in magic. Only mothers who wear struggle like a Santa suit, who leave crumbs in the kitchen to try to create a tradition other than trauma, tricks winter into wonderland. Every season is one of giving more than she receives. Ain't she more saint than Nicholas? Bakes cookies every day with her body heat. She ain't festive, but she fakes it. Bears a smile to hide the burden, celebrates. Even on the days she deserves better, she'll still break off her best and give it away. She eats the cookies to feed fallacies she don't even have faith in. Will hang her sanity from the Christmas lights just to make her baby's eyes light up, stays up all night, folding her guts into gift wrap and then gives all the glory to a ghost. to make sure these are the memories that haunt her house, the spirit of a selfless soul. Swallowing secrets whole in silence. Santa is just a face for the sacrifice she doesn't want them to see. Loaded.
I'm not crying. My eyes just sweating and shit.
Man, I am a little bit crying because I did Christmas. KP, come on with the fire though and the metaphors. Oh my, y'all know I love the piece and hated it at the same dang gone time. That's when you know you got a good piece. It got me all emotional. Hold up. Oh, let's keep this thing right on rolling, man. The founder of Dallas Poetry Commission and host of the L. Jeffrey Cigar Lounge open mic. He says he's not a poet, but every now and again he poet. So guess what that being said? This must be every now and again. Because guess what, y'all? Big Dave is here. And guess what he about to do? He about to do some damn poetry. Oh no! Big Dave, where you at, baby? Come on in the room.
And here
Let's go. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, I can't complain.
I'm feeling good, feeling great too. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see the lineup? I mean, because you're the last person. So did you see what just happened before you?
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow, but
No, it ain't. You gonna
I'm
fit
gonna
right
come with.
into the room. You know, we got the plug over here. She put y'all together for a reason. But what I'm saying is it's lit in this bitch tonight. So I already know what's gonna happen when you come on this mic. So with that being said, let's get to these questions because I know the people is ready, like I'm ready. What sparks those moments when you do pick up the mic?
Man, I have high vibration, so whatever I feel like writing about at that moment, I just write.
That part. So what's been your proudest moment in Dallas poetry?
I mean, I guess just the response from other poets, because I say I'm not a poet, but I have a lot of people who just encourage me to keep going. So I guess that's just motivation moving forward.
That part right there. So let's talk about it. The L. Jeffrey Cigar Lounge open mic. What night is it? How can people tap in? Like let's get the people in the house where y'all at.
Well, yeah, El Jefe Cigar Lounge. Just
what it called one more time? Because I
El
call it Jeffrey over here. Hold on.
El Jefe every second Saturday of the month. I host a open mic. Y'all tap in.
Every second Saturday of the month. It's El Jefe.
Yeah, El Jefe.
So make sure y'all tap in. The cigars ain't the only thing they smoking. You heard them. They smoking mics in that. So make sure that y'all tap in every second Saturday. With that being said, what's the first piece you're giving us tonight?
I wrote this piece about my grandfather. I call it Wade in the Water. So
well, y'all know, come on, it's about to get real spiritual up in here.
Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God is gonna trouble the water. I remember my grandfather vividly. He was the tallest 5'4" man that I've ever seen. I mean, he was the next best thing to Superman, my first version of hero. My grandfather taught me about all things living, but not enough about how he survived this strange fruit, so I struggle. I struggle with teaching my children about racism, or maybe, just maybe, it was the dementia that had his radio on pause so that I didn't hear another sad song about police brutality, but have time with unfazed ears and eyes to curate this lullaby about his life so that the story wouldn't be unsung. Because we all know that there are strange things that happen behind the music. Because what once was a vibrant orchestra had become a fading crescendo, but I could still hear my grandfather's serenade. Wade in the water. So when my children ask me, how did my grandfather navigate the seas of racism? My reply would be, I'm unsure, but I hope that he had his life jacket on, because when God troubled the waters, there be not much need for swimming. All he had to do was wade. And it's amazing how when God orders your steps, how the waters subside. See, my grandfather prayed different. Prayed so different that it intrigued me to show up to my children's school on picture day. And I wonder that when the camera flash, it's all the photographers see is black boy and black girl headshots. You know, they say they make the best obituary photos. And in black churches, obituaries are read in silence while the music plays. So I'm hoping through these pictures, my children can unmute the soundtrack of my grandfather's life. Because although I have his playlist saved in my memories, I haven't heard his music in a long time. Poem.
Yes, I'm over here confused, man. Shim is coming in a minute. That piece just took me there, y'all. Hold on. Oh. Yeah.
See, Keynote's gonna tell you I'm just her co-host. But coming from the host with the most, baby, that was fire. Just like that shit I be smoking. Let's go.
Well, what took you so long to say that then, Shim? We was over here confused on which one to play, man. Had me over here thinking about my granddad. I love that piece, though. Let's go, man. That was litty. Y'all already know we finna keep this show right on rolling. We finna go on back around the corner. Key-notez, are you ready for me, baby?
Yes, love, I'm here.
I'm trying to tell you, he just shook the room with that one right there, man. I mean, y'all just been on fire tonight, and I am loving every bit of the energy that y'all giving. So what's the second piece you're doing for us tonight, Queen?
Okay, this piece is in honor of my honey drippers. I'm going to put my disclaimer out there. This is called Her.
Hold on. You see the drip? It's on the mic. It stay on the mic.
It stay on the mic. See,
Stay
my
on
mic
the
sounds
mic.
nice.
So let's get it, man. I'm out of here.
Okay. All right. Her body. Her body was an hourglass fully stocked with sand. She was timeless as she knocked the rocks off boots of kick-ass fine. And as she strutted through the minds of men, shorting out electrical connections of her perfections, they would instantly go insane, just to mention of her name. She was the god of all gods and goddesses, the bad of the baddest, the hot of the hottest. She was the cream between her thighs, flowing from her crevices, leaving trails of euphoria for those who knew their assignment. They became barking dogs, sniffing and growling for kibble bits of her, howling, letting go the beast within, fighting amongst themselves for a piece of tail. Her scent was warm, rusty brown, Ceylon cinnamon, alluring, heavily dripping with honey infused in sunbeams. There wasn't enough money in the world that could pay for fineness. She was a masterpiece of Nubian. Curiosity killed plenty of kittens as her nipples grew hard and taut because she was sustenance. Her ass pushed up in a field of onions because crying was permissible. Onion booty growing in the gardens, waiting for the firm hands of migrant workers. Her breast was the land of milk and honey. As cows and bees paid supplication, she was silky smooth, deep-rooted groove, the hip-hop of the crop. She was worthy, earthy, with no mercy, as she took you on a dirty journey. That babe was curvy. She was coffee poured into the finest china, slow roasted Java, hotter than molten lava. Her legs, they were strong, sturdy, and long as tall glasses of water. Even the dwarves was glad that they were shorter. She was the original Holy Grail as cupped running over, dipped in strawberries and red clover, sun-drenched kisses of the morning dew. Her lips were full, wide, juicy, and fruity. She could suck the life out of your soul with a smile. She was the institution of sexual desire as we all inspired to get fucked. Whatever your fantasy, she made them come true. Her mouth was extraordinary license as a fantasy, a lascivious lip, full, plump, pouty, voluptuous, and luscious. Sculptures of her were in museums in every country. She was known for licking, pushing, and pulling, and sucking the very life force out of you if you weren't careful. And you'll never get enough. Always fighting to be part of her, holding your breath, waiting for her to call your name. And no shame left as your fingers thrust deep into her waiting womb, gobbling juices as a superfood, quenching your body from the drought of your own existence. Her oasis is what you've been missing. And drowning in her gaze, just remember, don't say her name, or you'll get left behind with your ass up in the air, devoid of pubic hair, dead cells in your brain, blank stare on your face, mouth turned into a gaping hole, dripping out the remainder of your orgasmic soul. Realizing the vice grips of her fist, channel locking notches as gears tighten, as friction causes a very slow burn. You are so far gone as you lose your self worth, dying in the embers, becoming ashes, returning to Mother Earth. And if she allows you to have your rebirth in her womb, she'll keep you hidden there until it's someone else's turn for her to consume. Poem.
I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, 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 yeah.
I wasn't ready. Oh, I was not ready yet. Hold on, mama. Yeah, she did. I was over here clenching my pearls and shit. Was y'all listening? I'm hot. Hold on. Done. It's on you, boo. Wake them up. I'm gonna wait on you to finish yarning this shit. Hold up. Yep, you done? Oh, okay. She like, what you waiting on? Look, it was a yarn. Come on with it. Pick me up.
I'm just shocked. That was a poem.
Oh, I am loving your face down there. When I said I can see you, I mean I was loving the lean in, the fan up. She said, hold up. She leaned in on that thing. I said, oh yeah, I'm leaning with you, Dawn. We leaning in together. She said when it clenched the gears and never mind. I'm not gonna rerun that piece. Y'all better go back because y'all might have missed them bars. Y'all might have missed it. But it was a clinch. It had them tight. But never mind. What's the second piece you get?
Lord, mine is I fell in love with a guy in a band.
In a band?
Yeah, in a band.
Ooh, look at y'all. Y'all just rock band and then go. Never mind, I'm gone.
Oh man. I fell in love with a guy in a band. Such a reckless thing for me to do, I understand, but on the day I saw him play, I couldn't help but picture me in his hands like his guitar. So silly of me to think these things, but on the day I saw him play, I knew he played a song just for me. Like I knew he did it purposefully. 'Cause see, with every strum he hummed a love letter to me. His melody specifically coursed through my veins and traveled right to the center of me, right to my heart. And I knew he did it intentionally. See, he placed every chord neatly in a row so that I could follow his song all the way to the front row. Got me standing up here with all these girls who think they can get a piece of him. But little do they know that he played this song for me to get close to him. And now I feel like I know him. It's like I know his favorite color and how he likes to wear his cologne. And I know tonight he doesn't want to be alone. See, he's inviting me to his home. With every note in the song, and usually I'm not the kind of girl to do these things, but tonight I'll play along. Got me wanting to live on the edge all night long and drown in the brown in his eyes. His lips, pink like Moscato. I drink from them like no tomorrow if he let me. See, I never felt this strongly about a man before he met me. It's crazy. Because the more he played his song, he kept stringing me along, and now the song is almost over and I can feel him fading away from me. Please don't let this be over. Like, how could you do this to me? Don't play me and then leave me. Just don't leave me. But now I see you packing your guitar case. Yet I know you see me. You see the heartbreak in my eyes because you know you practically made love to me with your song. Nah, our song. Our love song felt like the best thing I've ever known, but now you're taking this away from me. As you and the band walk out the door swiftly, see you're gonna be sorry. Me and you could have been a masterpiece. And you're gonna wish you had someone like me. Boom.
Man, I hope your ass ain't broke, cause that was a stack. Okay, well, maybe it was 100. Okay, well, you kept it a buck, man.
Boy, y'all know y'all be catching me in them comments. I sure be over there talking to the people, and then y'all be like, poem. Wait a minute. Hold up. Give me a second. Oh, y'all know, man. Trelius, it's on you, King. I wish you was in here when they taught me how to say the name. Yo, we got to talk about it after the show, but don't worry. I got it. All right, so what's the second piece you're giving us tonight?
The second piece actually doesn't have a title. I've
Oh,
yet to actually come up with a title. So whatever y'all think the title should be, drop it in the
y'all put it in the
comments.
comments. Dang, all
Yeah.
right. Drop it in the comments, man. Let them know what the name of this piece should be. With that being said, let me get up out of here, man. It's untitled. Sometimes like my damn self. Hold.
Hey, so I seen you were at a coffee shop as I scrolled through Instagram, and it's funny because we had discussed lattes and cappuccinos and hallways filled with adolescent screams. That's when you drew my curiosity. Peculiar in the way you, just being you, still and silent, but yet the aroma of your loitering presence pressed persistently beyond the walls, past the principal's office, and into the halls. Now you're here, right here, next to me. I asked, was there a time and a place we can meet? You shrugged your shoulders and said, possibly. Now my mind, now my mind Now my mind progresses, pondering the mystery of everything you're made up to be as I tap next on my screen, and in the passing seconds, I give the thought a chance, like why not stop by and say hi? I walk in, and then a hint, I get a whiff like a scratch and sniff of all those pics on your feed. But in truth, this place is so quaint and quintessential, leaving me to question, is this a part of your daily commute or just something that was close to you? An anomaly, simply put, amongst eclectic complexities, not just a caramel macchiato basic. No, you're more of an iced, white, chocolate mocha, and the way you send a chill down my spine. Your sweet brown skin is grounded ever so fine, and I can't wait to taste it. I notice how you perch between daydreams and that window seat while those stacks of papers have you held bound to the gravity of reality. Such a sad sight to see you grading papers amongst the scent of espresso beans. So I place my order, I grab my phone, I walk past you real slow. Sorry, kinfolk, what did you say? And in the passing seconds, the miracles of our lives predestined. Excuse me, God, will you take this one suggestion? Because I'm as smooth as Jamba Juice in the food court section. I mean, what are the chances this be our latest interaction? Oh, wow. Hey, what are you doing here? We awkwardly hug with a blissful laugh as I extend a helping hand. I'm taking key notes as you tell me about your class. Yeah, Robbie, he sounds like a good kid. But now the seconds have turned and the hours passed, and now I find myself here grading papers to the scent of espresso beans, and this means everything. I notice how you shift in your seat. Your nails are so neat. The koi in your smile that complements the dimples on your cheek. Now I done gave Lil Robbie a C when really he was supposed to be getting a B. Sorry, it's just hard to focus with you next to me. As the sound of blenders camouflages with my heart beating so rapidly, like alarm bells that ring in school hallways, it's a shock when they call my name. Terrified, I leap out my seat. I really can't explain this that you're doing to me. But I'm in love with the seconds that have caused a slight inconvenience. Because honestly, I had somewhere else to be, but I had to put a pause on destiny. Because tomorrow, what's a heartbeat if the moments between don't have you holding on to the thought of me? Life will be just another buried espresso bean, so much flavor planted but never rooted in the richest of soil, a long-lasting foundation, and I can't have that for me, and I wouldn't want you to experience the same thing. So I take a seat, I pull you close to me, I proposition we grab something to eat, maybe after everything is complete, and you offer to reschedule till next week. And a fluster, you grab your keys, they dance like butterflies in spring. I open your door as your car looks so clean and smells just like mocha beans. I kiss your lips as our souls meet. My mind is in disbelief because this is more than I ever thought it would be. I close my eyes as I breathe, and I thank God for IG. Hey, thank y'all.
Boy, no cap. Like if I took this cap off, you'll still be locked and loaded like me. Let's go.
Yeah, I heard my name in that piece. Shim, you heard it too. Then you the keynote, taking notes in the keynote. Yeah. So we locked and loaded, man. Let's keep this show right on rolling, man. KP, what it do? Hey.
Hey again.
That part. So what's the second piece? Y'all done started it up in this thing tonight. So what's the second piece you're giving
Let's
us?
do it. This is called Session, inspired by Session 32 by Summer Walker.
Ooh, let's get it. I love me some Summer Walker too, y'all. Let's go.
Let's do it. You don't recognize one feature of the face of love. You wouldn't know it in passing to acknowledge its presence. You probably seen it for the first time inside of my eyes, and that's why I'm pretty to you. You watch my care and concern dent a dimple in my chin. My fondness of you was written on my forehead, so you couldn't help but to kiss it. You only held me by impulse, added injury to insult, because that's the only recipe your mama ever made you, and she always seasoned to taste. But you were 2/3 a cup of your father, and he never measured up or showed up for the meal, left your pride sitting right on his placemat, made you swallow it during the prayer. He was never there to help you stomach his plate, so you ate, but you never felt full. I don't know why I thought I could feel you. A man with a malnutrition mind, I tried to be vitamin for all of your vices, but you valued them more than me. You say you know love and loyalty, but you ain't never kissed their lips. Only felt their teeth, then bit them first, too afraid to break your skin. So I fought my way in and then couldn't escape. When the shape of you shifted, you unwrapped me like you've never been given a gift. You cursed me like nobody's ever prayed for you, so I stayed with you. Like sympathy and sex can make you see we're soulmates, but you're too cold for me to convince. Too numb for me to negotiate with. You are all component and no companion. I can't keep fighting for your faith anymore. You don't recognize love. But wouldn't that make sense if you ain't never seen it before? Loaded.
Growing up, I learned a lot of my knowledge on the corner, and tonight ain't no different, cause boy, you just spit that right there. That's what I call some knowledge right there. Talk about facts.
Boy, y'all heard it. She say, how you supposed to know if you wouldn't taught it from home? Never mind. Y'all better go back and tap on in. Cause I be picking up what they putting down. Big day. Before we bring him up here, y'all know I gotta slide in one more of them guys. Let's do it.
What do you call the black sheep that made it out? The scapegoat. And y'all know one of the ways that I release is by doing poetry. So I have to coat my throat. And this is the way that I do it. This power and this boom don't get settled down for nothing. I need me a little throat coat. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs at the.com to get you some. Oh yeah. And let's go.
Y'all may not need to add the .com to get you some. That's some old people stuff, ain't it? Do people put that .com still? Anyway, we'll talk about it after Big Day go off. Let's go. King.
What's up?
Everything lit, man. How you closing us out tonight? This has been a show. I love it.
You know what? I mean, I'm gonna stay in the same vein. Everybody's spitting love poems, so I'm gonna spit a poem called "If I Ever Wrote a Love Poem."
Ooh, I like the vein y'all in, so let's keep pumping. Hold up.
She liked the fact that I didn't talk that much, so she was comfortable telling me her secrets. about her happy and her dark days in no particular sequence. So I asked her, what you doing on Fridays? We can hit up the Poetic Impulse at Snookies while we sip brown sugar lattes and have ourselves a relief session. It's been a hell of a week. Eat some freaky wings followed by high love treats, and if we lucky, we might hear Dave speak. See, I just wanted to be the ibuprofen for her inflammation because she said that the pains deepen while I'm not an apothecary. I was hoping that my energy intersects her pain and maybe the pain leaves so her heart can receive what it came here for. Ready to pour from this overflowing vessel of insecurities into her empty vase with no judgment, because she said that inconsistency and mismanagement of her heart has been the author of a love language. So allow Big Dave to write a few chapters and display to you these letters that I've written to God by hand. So in the event that he ever read them and you just so happen to fall from heaven, I'm convinced that he placed you in my lap for such a time as this, especially on those days when it's apparent that you can't be my superwoman. Then you really can't expect me to be your Superman. But we can be content maybe at this event where you can be my Lois Lane and I can be your Clark Kent, and we can be on that Erykah Badu shit. See, I make you put the phone down as we make love to the sound of harpstrings. The way that love bent the strings on Geppetto's hands that made the impossible walk, raise his hands and think that he was a real boy. See, I need an authentic love. And when troubles come, disagreements, and it's apparent that love is blind, I need you to have the ability to love me in Braille. So if I ever wrote a love poem, I am everything that I write, so I deserve the right to recite this piece to you so that we can cherish these days, because, baby, this will be no ordinary love. And if I ever wrote a love poem, it would probably sound a lot like you. Poem.
Well, no, it ain't no fireman, but that shit was fire, man.
You better talk about it, Shim, man. Let's get these church announcements out the way so we can get on up out of this thing, man. Don't forget, add.com to get you some. That's Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be shining, glowing, get your tea on, get your scrub on, definitely get your balm on, then hit us up. Me or my business partner, we got you, man. If you mix intellectual conversations with my bro Paul Cram, make sure that you tap in on the YT. Oh, he had Black Rose on that thing last night, and they was too litty in the city. And that being said, this was another one in the books, man. We definitely had our boots on the ground in Poppy's Poetry Corner. Big love to our features tonight. And everybody who tapped in, hit them comments. Don't forget, it was a whole vibe. And we love y'all for vibing with us, man. Hit that subscribe button. Salute to y'all. And y'all know my saying. Make sure you wake up with gratitude so it shows in your attitude so you can reach those major altitudes. And guess what, y'all? We out. What a fucking show. Let's go.
Yeah, man, so we made it to the end of another tremendously dope show. Y'all already know Key-notez gonna be thanking y'all tomorrow with her little foo-foo praise dance. Y'all know that's what she praised everybody for tapping on in. You know, I go to church too. Like, hey, man, we made it through another show, man, and I like to thank my damn self for being the host with the most, the mother sucker that I am. Yeah, you heard it. I was a bad mother sucker, and I'm out. Let's go.